Hey, it's Tiara, and I just want to talk about my hair today because I've been meaning to make a video about my locks for probably like since I started them, so like the past 2 years. And I just thought this would be the perfect time because I'm planning to dye my hair, if not today, sometime this week. I love myself with dark black because it's my natural black hair, and I do love the contrast against the skin. But I've been thinking lately a lot about like my inner child, like my like early teenage years, like that, like 12 to like 14. And when I was younger, I always wanted to dye my hair. I always wanted to like cut it, but I just didn't have that as an opportunity. So now I realized that, okay, I think I just want to dye my hair. Which is odd because I thought about it like in the past couple years as like being an adult, but I just never did it because I always thought about my hair being damaged, or I don't know, like damage was a big thing for me. But at this point, the fact that I still want to do it, it's like, okay, girl, you might need to go ahead and do it and then just deal with the consequences after, which obviously I don't want to damage my hair, but I'm thinking about like a cool tone of brown. I think that'll be really pretty, like something like, I'm thinking about a light brown, but like a cool tone, not warm. So I'm definitely gonna get a box of dye, do it myself, and see how it turns out. This is a new era. But anyway, I want to talk about my hair, just to kind of like save this point in time. I had my hair like this for 2 years. I locked it 2021 February 17th. Before I locked it, like all black girls, I always wear my hair in different styles. And one of the reasons why I didn't want to get locks is because, girl, I wear my hair in too many different styles to be trying to stay committed to one. Nah, I like to switch it up. Like, that's the thing that a lot of people will tell me if they see me with my hair like this. Like, I love your locks. I've been thinking about doing it for the longest. I always wanted locks, but I changed my hair up so much that I just couldn't do it. I'm like, girl, I used to think like that, but after a while, I got tired. Like, I would constantly be having my hair. It'll be natural. It'll be in braids, or I'll be wearing wigs. And my hair is very thick, as you can see. And wash days was a task. Detangling was a task. Blow drying was a task. And at a certain point, I think I was graduating. Like, I was like going from undergrad, and I was really focused on school. And I had a lot of other things to worry about. And so when I was thinking about my hair, I was like, girl, you have to commit like a weekend to like braid it up, braid it down. You have to, like, you're thinking actively all the time about, what next hairstyle can I have? We're about to go on vacation. What would be the best hairstyle? Probably braids. Okay, well, I'm about to be busy this week, so I probably don't want to wear it natural, but I also don't want to wear a wig. It's like, it's a lot of different things that are going into it. And also, this is when the pandemic was very, like, nobody was leaving the house. So with that being said, I'm like, why am I wearing a wig? I ain't even going nowhere. Like, also, it was a sensory thing for me. Like, after a certain point, I guess with my hair being thick, a wig don't always fit nicely on my head. My head almost a little bit big, and then my hair make it even bigger. So a wig being on top of that, it just started feeling like a hat. And I'm just like, I'm not comfortable. Like, I'm not feeling this no more. So I started wearing like a mini twist, or like just like my hair twisted up. Like when I used to wear my hair like that when I was, probably 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, around that age. I was wearing my hair in twists, but I was always taking it down like after a month. In this era, I was wearing my hair twisted, and I was like, this is kind of cute. Like, I kind of like it. And it was like shorter than this. It was kind of like a bob, this is still a bob, but it was like kind of like to my chin level. It was pretty short. I was like, I like this. This is cute. And I would always think about like leaving it up. I was like, well, what happened if I left it up? Like, what would happen then? Like, but then I was like, no. Let me take it down. Let me not be too rash. Let me not be too rash. Let me not commit. But then I was on YouTube, and I was going through all the lock people on YouTube. How many locks do they have? How did they start? Did they like it? What's the upkeep like? I was doing all my research, and then ultimately I was like, okay, actually, I think I'm gonna do it. I was just tired of doing my hair all the time. Like, it was cute, but I was just didn't want to do that no more. But I didn't want to shave my hair off. I still wanted hair, but I didn't want to commit so much thought process to doing the hair. So, and I was also really trying to wear my natural hair more, but I was just like, bro, this feel like a task. Like this, it's not consistent for me. I didn't know how to do my hair consistently after a certain point. Like sometimes you get a routine and that's what you do every time and it come out consistent every time. My hair will frizz up after the first day. And it's like, I spent hours working on you for you to frizz up like this and get rid of all curl definition I've been working for. I can't go for that no more. So yeah, I started with 2-strand twist, and ever since I locked it up, I never thought about combing it out, cutting it off, reverting back. I haven't had no type of regrets. Like I really been content. I will also say that I don't retwist that often because I really like it being thick, which I feel like my family kind of have a little bit of issue with that. Like it was one point that was like, so you about to do like the Jay-Z type of dreads? Like what's going on? You don't retwist no more? Like what's happening? Like is that how you supposed to upkeep it? And it's like, bruh, let me vibe. I'm a painter. I'm an artist. I could this is part of the this is a part of the lifestyle. But honestly, I just like my hair like being thick because whenever I retwist, it gets very flat, and that is like nice. It's nice and neat, but sometimes I just want a little bit of volume. Yeah, my camera cut off, so yeah, my list of questions. I said, do I regret them? No, I don't regret them. I kind of thought that I would want to go back to my fro or go back and like do like wigs and stuff. But honestly, since I know how much work it is, it's like I'm cool off that. I'm cool. Would I ever cut them in the future? It's a possibility. Like I don't see that happening right now, but who knows in like 5, 10, like maybe 5. I don't know. Possibly. I feel like if I was to cut them off, I wouldn't. And I would decide, because I feel like ultimately I'll decide to get them again. I don't think I would reattach these. I think I would just start from scratch, because I know people keep their dreads to like reattach them. I think I would just start back from scratch. And I know some people don't like the term dreads versus locks. Honestly, I'm not too, I don't necessarily care about anybody calling my hair dreads, because like they said that white people said our hair was dreadful. So, but to be honest, I kind of don't care what white people say. Like, and who they don't be washing their legs, bro. Like they don't be what they say that they don't wash their legs. So I don't care if you cut my hair. If you think my hair is dreadful, like good for you. I'm not concerned. So yeah, don't regret my hair like this. Don't see me going back loose natural for a bit. Although I did like enjoy my hair, I probably will do. I might do it in the future. I'm not gonna say never, but right now I'm cooling with this. Like this is good for me. I really like like being able to wake up and you already have a hairstyle. That's like one of my favorite parts. I could pull it into a ponytail, a bun. I could scarf it up. I could just leave it loose. I really appreciate like always having like my hair done kind of. Even like I say, I don't always retwist often, but like doing a little baby hair, like it kind of pull it together as a style, and then this could kind of just do what it's doing, which it could do that without the baby hair anyway, which I don't always do my baby hair. It's pretty rare that I do it these days, but that kind of could help you feel a little bit if you want to feel not polished, but if you want to add an extra detail basically, because I mean I just be wearing straight hairline. My little sister said I don't have baby hair, I just have adult hair. So anyways, I think I have like at the number of how many locks do I have, because a few people be asking me this question every now and then. To be honest, my little sister counted them the other day. Don't remember which number she said. I want to say like maybe like 36, 37. It's a very small number because I like them really thick. You can't really see the parts, but a little texture shot for you. I have like 36, I would say, like around that number. I think I started off with like 44, or I started combining them after a while because I wanted them thick. So I think I have like 30, I'll say like 36. Let's go with that number. And I don't know, how do I feel about my hair? I be vibing with it, bro. I be vibing. Like I said, I want to dye it, so I'm gonna probably do that sometime this week. A little nervous, never dyed my hair because I was always worried about it being damaged. And as I'm looking on the camera right now, I really do like how black and thick it is, but I just want to switch it up. I'm sorry, I just want to switch it up. My only apprehensiveness about like, or hesitation about dyeing it is because I feel like ultimately I'm gonna want to go back to black. But when you dye your hair black, you can't really pull it back out. So it's kind of hard for me to commit to the decision, knowing that I might want to go back to this eventually, and then I won't be able to change it back. So I don't know, girl. I'll just be thinking too hard about stuff sometimes. But yeah. What is there for me to say? If you're thinking about locking your hair, then I would say do it. I've been seeing a lot of people who've been cutting their hair off lately, and before that I've been seeing a lot of people combing it out. I don't know what's up with that, but I ain't on that bandwagon. Combing this out, you're gonna be bent, you're gonna be messed up. I'm not doing it. How many hours? I'm not doing it. I'm so sorry. I'm not. I could cut it off and start over, but I don't see that happening anytime in the near future as well. So I'm vibing with this. I'm cooling. I feel like I already said this before, but I started with a 2-strand twist method because if you could see my locks, they're not completely uniform, like cylinder-like. And I did want them to have like texture. So I did 2-strand twist method. And for a while I was interlocking, but I stopped doing that because I feel like it was making my locks more like condensed or like more compact. It was making my locks more compact. And like I said, I want them to be as thick as they're going to be. So that's one reason why I don't retwist often, because I want it to be as thick as it's going to be. But I also stopped interlocking because I feel like, because I was interlocking the whole lock in the part like that. Like I was pulling it through like that. I wasn't doing a crochet needle, which I think I will try that next. I think I'm going to try the crochet needle method. Because also some of my ends kind of have like weak, like it seemed like a little like weak spots. So I think I'm gonna like attach that up here with like the crochet needle, so it's just stronger. But I've been doing like a palm roll retwist, but very loose palm. I don't go down the whole thing palm rolling all the time, because like I said, I like the texture, I like the thickness, I like how it looks natural and kind of like semi-freeform. I've been saying it's semi-freeform. Even though I do retwist every now and then. It's just so do its own thing that I feel like I could call it semi-freeform. Like I could claim that. But these days I do like a palm retwist with clips when I do retwist it. Sometimes I don't be staying because I do be forgetting to wear my bonnet or scarf. But this last retwist, I was pretty good about wearing my scarf and tying it down. And obviously that's going to help it last longer. What I use in my hair is rose water. I just go to the beauty supply and I'll either get this, or I've gotten the Heritage. I'll use this too, but most of this is more convenient for me because I could just go to the beauty supply and pick this up. And it just is literally just, well, it kind of do got a lot of ingredients. I thought it was just rose water, but I don't care. I'll be using this on my face and my hair, so girl. But mainly I'll use rose water in my hair. Sometimes I put it in the mister spray. This have rose water and sink water in this because I started running out of rose water, so I just added sink water to it because I'm like, bruh, let's keep it simple. So I use that. If I want to use a leave-in conditioner, I don't use cream because I don't want build-up. I did use wax one time when I was doing my retwist, and that was no good. When everybody tell you don't use wax, please don't. I thought it was different. Like always, I thought my hair different. I can handle some wax. And then it dried. I said, man, I don't know what y'all talking about. This is a top-tier retwist. The wax was very hard to wash out next time. So going forward in the future, I won't be using that. But you live and learn. This is the conditioner I use in my hair. It's a spray leave-in by African Pride. What's it called? Moisture Miracle. A screenshot that if you want to get it. But after I spray the rose water, I'll spray a little bit of this, scrunch it up, and then I be brushing it down. Like I do my little. I mean, I brush it after I spray water on it. But if you see, like, I have a lot of loose hair at the top. Even when I retwist, it just, I don't know why, it just comes out. So I'll spray my hair and then brush it down. So as you can see, it kind of puts it together. This is like a military club brush, I think. The bristles are natural. They're a little bit firm, but not too much, because I didn't want it to be too hard, because I didn't want it to like break off in little pieces. So this is firm enough to like tame or just brush down the loose pieces, but it's not too hard where it's gonna cause breakage. And like I said, I always spray my hair usually before I brush it down. the edge control I'm using today with this. My edges, they don't be wanting to lay down, but I do be using this got to be glue, and then a little edge brush. But I do that sparingly. Like when I don't have a retwist for a while and I want it to like be pulled together, I might do my edges, I might not. It depends on the day, it depends on how much time I got, it depends on how I'm feeling. I don't have my, hold on. To retwist, I've been using this Peruvian white. Like, I think I just used this maybe for 2 retwists. The first ingredient is water, so I was like, this should be good to wash out. And then it have a lemongrass scent to it, so I enjoy the scent. It smells like her products, but it's an extra hold. Like I said, it's a water-based gel, so I feel good about using this in my hair. I don't know if I really seen Peruvian white before the last time I went to the beauty supply, but I mean, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool for a retwist. Also, I will put oil in my hair pretty often. Like, I'll spray my scalp with water. You gotta spray your hair first. Or at least I gotta spray my scalp first before I put oil in it. Because if I don't, them flakes about to be on a whole nother level. Ain't nothing pretty about it. So, this is... I combine peppermint oil and jojoba. I combine them together because peppermint oil made the mistake of putting that in my hair raw. I just put peppermint oil straight. Scalp was burning. So I like to dilute it with some jojoba oil because that's good overall. So I guess I gotta learn from my mistakes in a very physical way at times. But I'm trying to do better about like not having to go the hard way around. But sometimes it be sneaking up on me. But yeah, so yeah, I love my hair. I'm appreciating the short, like I'm appreciating the length of it. I like how it kind of goes around my face and kind of like this round effect. I'm really nervous about how it's gonna look when I dye it. I'm kind of apprehensive, but I really think that I'm gonna like it. I'm just nervous because I never dyed my hair before and it's a big change. Like my hair has a lot of things tied into it for me, like the expressing, like self-expression, like the feeling of freedom, the feeling of agency over your body, like it has a lot of layers for me. So that's why I'm like dyeing it is kind of a deal, but I really do want to do it. What else? Also, I do want to talk a little bit about the ugly stage because when I was first locking my hair, I was looking at all like the YouTube people who make lock content, and it was always talk about this ugly stage. It's awkward. I feel like I call it the awkward stage because sometimes it can be awkward just because you're just not used to your hair being like that. For me, I was used to like if I'm not having a good hair day, I could brush it down. I would always put my hair in like a puff ponytail. And I couldn't do that when my hair was like deciding that it wanted to do what it wanted to do. So it really comes from you like having to accept that about yourself. For me, I didn't even realize I had anti-blackness until my hair was doing what it wanted to do. And I'm like, why did I never want to lock my hair before? And I realized it's like, girl, you had an internalized anti-blackness because I mean, sometimes you just don't like a hairstyle. But for me, I was just like, ugh, why would somebody do that to your hair? Like, it's not neat. It's like it's messy. Like, it be looking hard. But I was a kid thinking that. So recently when I decided, like, I think I want to lock my hair. It was also a decision that I didn't realize I had some internalized feelings for it before. So it did cause, I will say this hairstyle or just, I don't know if I would call it a life. It's not really a lifestyle. But I would say the decision to lock my hair came with more reflection than I initially thought. Some people say it's spiritual. I feel that way too. Like it's a lot of maybe that's another video, maybe that's something else, but it's a lot of layers to it for me. But I am enjoying it. I will say about the ugly stage, I like to call it awkward because ugly, I don't think you should talk to yourself and using those type of words, especially when it's coming to something like your natural hair. Our hair has always been seen as ugly and unruly. It has a lot of negative words associated with our hair. So I feel like for yourself, you shouldn't call your hair ugly when you're letting it be its most natural way of being. I think you should handle yourself with care and really being intentional about how you're viewing yourself and the language you're using. I say awkward. I call it the awkward stage, but just because it's like being a teenager, kind of like a preteen. You're going through a new way of doing something. So you have to learn how to style your hair, how to decorate it. Like I was wearing a lot of beads in my hair and like gold rings, which I'll probably still do it in the future. I just haven't done it lately. But I feel like awkward is more better of a term to use, just because it's like you're just learning a new way to style yourself, I guess, to see a new way to see yourself. So when you're a teenager and you're going through changes, it's kind of similar. So I wouldn't say, don't say ugly, but awkward might be more accurate. And also it doesn't feel as negative as well. I feel for me, I enjoyed every stage, and that's why I started with 2-strand twists, because 2-strand twists for me was already a style. Coils, I never wore like them little skinny coils. So I'm like, I'm not finna want to wear that as a style until it end up puffing up. That's not my ministry. So I started with 2-strand twists because I wore that already before. So for me, it was a more it was a better transition, because when they started like getting frizzy, I was like, this is kind of cute actually. I thought every stage was cute for myself, because also I like the length of it being short. I just thought it was cute. And then I started putting beads and all that kind of stuff, and I was like, oh, you kind of did something with this, girl. So yeah, I think that's all I had to say. That's all I could think of right now, and I know my phone keep running out of storage, so this has been a little struggle to record. But I did want to talk about my hair before I dyed it, and have like I always been taking pictures, but I just want to like save this moment before I make the transition, before I make the decision, before I dye it brown, before the next time you see me, it's gonna look different. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you stayed to the end, I mean, you could like and subscribe if you would like to, but it's not a requirement. If you watch this, it's like, maybe you got all you needed to get. Maybe this is the end of our exchange. If so, it's fine. If not, I mean, yeah, peace.